Sweet back on the hammer, and we're back underway. Great restart for Aaron Reitzel. We'll get to the outside of Tyler Courtney, rolling into turns 1 and 2. Now Rico to the outside. Rico's going to take the race lead down the back straightaway. New leader into turn 3. It's Rico Abreu. Big wreck on the backstretch. One car upside down, 2 more getting involved. Make it a 3rd and a 4th. Upside down. Cannot tell who that is from this point of view. Might be the 14 of Spencer Bayston. The Jason Myers Racing 14 of Spencer Bayston, the car that was upside down, rolling down the backstretch. And that is going to negate the pass for Rico Abreu. That will put him back to 2nd and will set us up for a single file restart when the green flag does come back out. But Bayston is the car that got upside down. There was 2 other cars that got involved in that. Sterling Kling and 37 Bryce Norris, and trying to avoid the incident was Will Armitage. He actually went into the pit area in the infield. Spencer Bayston is out of the car. Spencer Bayston's out of the car on the backstretch. He is walking around talking with safety officials. There is the crew chief of the car, Shane Bowers. And getting a report from Tony Laporta that Spencer has indicated to him that he is okay. See if we can try and spool up a replay here and see what exactly happened. Bayston running just outside the top 10 at the time of this incident, was in the 11th spot for the restart. Bryce Norris was 13th. Sterling Kling, he was running in the 23rd position. And looks like Spencer Bayston not happy with Scotty Thiel getting involved with him there. You can see there's damage to the outside right side panel of the Big Wheels car. And Spencer Bayston is not too pleased with what transpired off the 2nd corner. We do not know what happened in Bayston's. The frustrations have boiled over. It has not been the season that those guys were hoping for here in 2025. And frustrations boiling over here as we do see an open red flag condition taking place here. Scotty Thiel, damage as you can see on the right side panel of that number 51 car. Here is a comp cams replay. We'll see what happens. So keep an eye on the white 51. If we can see him here, there he is. And came up into the side. Man, that car just about came to a stop. All but came to a stop on the backstretch there, hitting the wall. Scotty Thiel came up racetrack. It looked like Spencer was there. Here's another look at it. They were 4 wide coming off the corner. And when Bayston hit that outside wall, that car all but came to a stop. And look at Will Armitage right here. Trying to avoid the mess between Kling and Norris, makes his way through the infield with those evasive maneuvers. Here's another look at it. Man, just an incredibly hard impact. Very similar, Tony, to the impact we saw Bayston take at the Kern Raceway when he had a part failure. Hit the wall in the backstretch and just came to a complete sudden stop. And you just hate to see it. It has been a tough year for Spencer.
Yeah, and so similar, Chase, maybe this is what you meant by that, but almost the same location on the racetrack, right? Spencer's wreck in California at Kern County came at the exit of turn number 2, just at the start of the back straightaway there, so a couple of hard hits for sure. And I do just want to reiterate that Spencer did get out of that race car under his own power. He did communicate to me he was okay. He did neglect the opportunity to speak to us after the wreck, and usually that's always offered just as an opportunity for drivers to let their friends, let their family, let anybody back at home who's not here, who would rather hear from the driver that they are okay versus you or me telling them that the driver is okay. Spencer neglected to speak, and it sounds like we caught images of why precisely, as he wanted to go speak to someone else rather than me. Understandable. Frustrations running high. As you said, they have not had the season they were looking for over there at Jason Myers Racing. But now over here in turn number 4, an open red flag situation, and you made a perfect call as well. Rico Abreu is going to have to slot back now out of the race lead as the restart wreck will negate that pass Abreu picked up. So changes are happening down here in the work area. Fuel being put in, a couple drivers looking for air pressure and bleeder adjustments. But of course, you don't have a lot of time. You have to make quick and decisive adjustments that you think are going to help you when we go back. And especially as early as we are in this race, Chase, so hard for these drivers to have an idea of what they will need when we get into the later stages of this 25-lap race. I think a lot of these adjustments are what guys are thinking is going to happen not so much of what they know will happen, just simply due to the fact of how early on in this race we still are.
And they've still got some time to work, it looks like, as they are still cleaning up the accident scene on the backstretch, as Will Armitage has made his way to the infield. A nose wing replacement taking place on the XK Glow number 7A. We mentioned Spencer Bayston obviously involved in that incident so far this year. 1 top 5 and 7 top 10 finishes on the year. And barring an incident for Dason Persley in this feature, more than likely going to overtake Bayston for 10th in the overall point standings here. Persley came in just 20 markers behind Bayston for that position. Spencer Bayston's best finish of the season this year with High Limit was a 4th place result that came at the Lakeside Speedway in Kansas City. His best 410 finish of the year, however, was a 2nd place run. That was with the Outlaws over at the Houston Speedway during the High Bank Nationals week. As you look at the 7A of Will Armitage, repairs going on for him. Looks like Bryce Norris is also getting on the hook as he may take that car to the infield. We'll see what the verdict is on the driver to Terre Haute, Indiana, who's having a great night. Bryce Norris started 11th in this feature, his first race of the season with High Limit Racing. As there is the crew of Armitage, and there is the 14, what's left of the Sander Engineering number 14 car. So it did look like Bryce Norris took that car back towards the pits. And now we'll see what the verdict is on the number 34 for Sterling Kling. This is the 2nd incident that Kling has been involved in, and neither of the incidents that he's been involved in were his fault. The wreck in heat race action earlier on, he tried to make his way around the outside of the crash and cut down a right rear tire. And now in this one, trying to avoid the melee there. There is Kling, and you can see crew chief Mikey Kemper right there at the nose wing portion of the car. Kemper, the former crew chief for Craig Kinzer when they ran on the Outlaw Tour for several years. Sterling Kling this year has been with High Limit a few times. His best run with the series was 14th back at Tri-City in Illinois. Kling just got his best finish of the year last Saturday night at the Wayne County Speedway in Ohio with the Fast Series, a 2nd place result. And it looks like Kling is going to be able to refire. So I think they didn't want to move that car. He was already stopped. Might as well just walk over there and do the open red flag from the backstretch, and that's exactly